Hey everybody, what's up? Well, it's a new year, and I figured, what better way to start it than, just revisiting some stuff from the past. And as you know, I've been involved in a bit of drama in the past, particularly with someone going by the username of Gohan6425, whom I did so desperately try to help. But the fact that he threw that back in my face, the fact that he will not simply admit that he made a mistake, the fact that he refuses to admit that he did not state that this stuff was his opinion, he was stating facts, and the fact that he is whining about alleged copyright violation, which is actually fair use, but whining about something that I had done that was literally the exact same thing he had done to someone else. I don't know. I just feel like maybe we should revisit that. And I figure, what better way to do that than to just put up the entire video that he deleted. The original video in which he responded to FutureGohanSSJ2. And, well, I mean, I still have it, as luck would have it. Pure luck, by the way. I didn't even know I still had this, but this is golden. This is perfect. Now, I know that he did get touchy about the fact that I used his face, because according to him, that's the problem, and that's why what he did is different from me, because he didn't use Future Gohan's face, therefore he can't be in trouble for it. Which is like saying you can play an entire song because you didn't use the music video according to your copyright fantasy there, bud. But okay, we'll play by his rules. So enjoy it, the complete, uncut, unfiltered, unaltered audio of Future Gohan SSJ2's video and Gohan6425's commentary on it, which was less than, well, frankly, less than intelligent or kind, as he so often tries to assert he still was. So, at any rate, enjoy.
Hey guys, Gohan6425 back with another video, and today this is going to be a video response to Future Gohan SSJ2 on his arguments about why Dragon Ball Z Kai is better than the original Dragon Ball Z series. I'm going to contradict that and present arguments from his video that I got. I'm going to listen into it via audio. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it and counter every point he made in his video. Future Gohan is my good friend, but when it comes to this topic, we are both in a disagreement on this. I'm making a response against him. Well, hopefully we're friends after this, because I'm going to do this in the calm fashion as possible. Calmest fashion as possible in this video. So here we go. Oh, sorry about that.
Guys, Future Gohan SSJ2 here.
Okay, we'll cut off the introduction.
Kai, once again, because there are so many people. There are so many people that are saying, "Oh, Dragon Ball Z Kai is just for the newcomers," But once you've watched all Dragon Ball Z Kai, come watch Dragon Ball Z, because that's the original. That's for the hardcore fans. Maybe for the hardcore Japanese fans, but for the English dub fans, if you seriously want to go back to that 291 episode, 30 episode 5-minute planet destruction.
Okay.
10 episode stare down.
Okay, first of all, Future Gohan SSJ2, you need to realize that the new fans, when the hell did that come into play? New fans. No. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. New fans. No. I mean, any fan can watch the original Dragon Ball Z if they want to. I mean, no one's giving them a choice to watch Dragon Ball Kai. Okay? No one is giving anyone a chance to do anything. No one's telling anyone to do anything. But me, as a hardcore Dragon Ball Z fan, and no, I'm not wearing a Dragon Ball Z shirt because I outgrew all my Dragon Ball Z shirts. I am a hardcore Dragon Ball Z fan. I've been watching it for as long as I can remember. No, I don't really understand this, this whole argument right here. Now you said the fillers. The fillers, not really. Those are not fillers. Those were actually part of the original Dragon Ball Z that Japanese made. As a matter of fact, Dragon Ball Z Kai takes out a lot of things that the Japanese dubs had in the original series. So what's this argument about? I didn't get that. That kind of threw me right there when you said that, but here we go.
Freaking 30 episode charging, you know, you can go ahead and go back to that 291 episode, you know, freaking series. You can go buy the Blu-rays that Funimation will be releasing. But you know what? This Dragon Ball Z Kai is not for just the newcomers. Dragon Ball Z Kai is for the hardcore fans of Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, Future Gohan, I hope you're watching this very closely. Hardcore fan do not like Dragon Ball Kai. Well, it's okay, but it sucks. I'm sorry, it sucks. Compared to the original series, it sucks. It's a laughing stock. As a true fan of Dragon Ball Z, it's a laughing stock. It really is. They do things that are like right, but then they do things that are totally wrong in the show, and it's one of those like question marks on your head, like, wait, what? You know, it's just like one of those type of, you know, moments. Like, I'm always like looking at myself and like, what happened? What the fuck? You know, you know, it's kind of weird.
Dragon Ball Z Kai is what Dragon Ball Z was supposed to be, okay? For those of you who are saying, oh, you know, Dragon Ball Z was the original. Well, had this was supposed to be what the Dragon Ball Z anime was supposed to be like. Okay? It wasn't supposed to change all the characters' personalities due to filler. It wasn't supposed to.
The personalities were always like that, and yeah, there were some things in Dragon Ball Z Kai that I will admit were correct. That there were things that they changed that were right. But there were things that were put in Dragon Ball Z Kai that were incorrect. And you can't say everything in Dragon Ball Z that the English dub made was incorrect, because you gotta remember there was censorship back then. There still is. But now they got Adult Swim, so they don't have to cut as much stuff out anymore on Adult Swim. But back in those days on Cartoon Network, they had to edit a lot of stuff out, like the swearing and the blood. You know, now on Bleach, like on Adult Swim, they got Bleach and they're like cutting themselves off like every fucking episode with a sword. But like back in those days, you couldn't, there wasn't a block where they were allowed to do that. They had to, like, Cartoon Network on 24/7 back in those days, and they did not have blood on any programming back then. And you gotta remember, you know, I mean, you're not thinking, okay, I think you're like 14, 15, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm 19, okay, and back in the 90s, there was a lot of censorship. Thus why this decade is suckish. This is why programming is suckish, because there was a lot of things that they did in the 90s, like Toonami and shit like that, that a lot of people didn't like. Wrestling, for example, the Attitude Era, the greatest era in professional wrestling. Okay, reason why WWE's PG is because of all the complaints that people had about the wrestling. Undertaker was fucking trying to kill people on TV. Okay, there were so many complaints. Okay, back in the 90s decade, you got away with lush. That's why I really feel that we are in the shitty decade that we are with the TV programming today. That's why I think programming is so bad, because so many fucking parents complain. Okay, but you know, what you're saying makes no exact sense. I mean, I mean, you know, I lived through the 90s decade. I don't. You probably were too young to know what happened in the 90s decade, but I know what happened in that decade.
You know, have you know, freaking all this filler. It wasn't supposed to have that.
Yeah.
This is the definitive version
Okay.
of Dragon Ball Z.
First, about the whole filler thing, they weren't filler episodes. Those were actually in the original dubs. They were. Okay. For example, in Dragon Ball Z Kai, they skip like half the episodes of Raditz, of the fight with Goku and Raditz. They skip it. They zero right in and bam, Raditz is dead the next episode. What the fuck? Okay. It should be longer than that. And then next thing we know, Piccolo's is training Gohan, and then within 2 to 3 episodes, it's over. It's over. You know, the training's over. What the fuck? You know, what? What? No, what the fuck? No.
Not to mention how good the quality looks on Blu-ray. I can guarantee you that the...
Okay, now this is what mind-boggled me. Future Gohan, in case if you didn't know, and this is just so you know, it's called technology. Okay, a Blu-ray was created like 2 years ago. 2 years ago! Okay, back in the 90s, when Dragon Ball Z was around, there was no Blu-ray. Okay, there was not even DVDs. They got that like in 2001. You know, they made Dragon Ball Z, but they didn't have the hardcore quality that you get now with Blu-ray. They didn't have that. They did not have Blu-ray. Okay, so Blu-ray was like a twinkle in anyone's eye, in any scientist's eye. Okay, didn't exist. If the original Dragon Ball Z was like around today, okay, they could have easily had Blu-ray. They could have easily had good quality. It was just technology. Dragon Ball Z Kai just happened to be released in a time where technology was just so advanced. That's a terrible argument right there. Okay.
Blu-ray releases Funimation is releasing for the original Dragon Ball Z, the original 291 episode Dragon Ball Z, will not look as good as Kai on Blu-ray. Kai on Blu-ray is probably as best as the series is going
technology,
to ever look.
technology,
for
Future Gohan,
Blu-ray
technology.
1080p standards. But
that's the only reason.
Dragon Ball Z Kai was made not just for newcomers. I need you guys to get that through your heads. It was made because we needed it.
No. Okay. Why would me, the hardcore fan, why would I need it? I wouldn't need it, Future Gohan. If you're truly a hardcore fan of the original Dragon Ball Z, which you're clearly not, if you were a true hardcore fan of it, you would realize that Sonny Stiff on Goku Finkel's channel, he had a webcam, or digital camera, and he taped an interview of him legitly saying, Sonny Stiff, the voice of Krillin, saying how they had the most views, the original Dragon Ball Z, just so you know, had the most views in American history. Okay, now why in the hell would we need a remake of the original Dragon Ball Z series if we already had the most ratings in American history? Does that make sense? Why would people want to, you know, buy and purchase a remake of Dragon Ball Z if they already got the most that you can get out of it, the most watched people out of it? Do you understand how you know, how illogical that sounds? Okay.
I really hope that you guys do not like you know, the terrible freaking jokes. All the
joke. It's not a
script.
joke.
The script in the old Dragon Ball Z was terrible. I mean, for God's sakes, I can't tell you how whenever I first got into Dragon Ball Z,
Terrible much?
and me and my brother first saw the first episode or one of the first episodes, and Raditz was like, "Did you lose your arm? Oh, don't worry, you'll be able to find it, because it's green." I swear to God, me and him laughed for like 30 minutes. Like.
Okay, you laughed at an episode. Okay, I can think of a million animes that I loved that I laughed at as well, Future Gohan. For example, the last 2 weeks of Bleach. Okay, I was laughing forever because we got, you know, this stupid fucking comb guy in Ichigo's body freaking dressing up like a superhero with human people that are not supposed to see the fucking hollows, and now all of a sudden they're seeing them. Okay, so, you know, just because, you know, I like an anime series doesn't mean there's, like, you know, in any anime there's always some type of clusterfuck episode or some type of clusterfuck scene where they, like, just go off the deep end and just fuck up. Okay, I can see that in any type of anime that I have ever watched. Okay,
We were watching the episode, but we just couldn't stop laughing because how terrible that joke is. I mean, seriously, where were they? What kind of a joke is that?
Apparently, Bleach is a joke.
That joke doesn't even rightfully make sense. Okay, not to mention how much they screwed up the characters in not only the filler, but strictly due to dub lines. Okay, Gohan was mixed up because in his training, when Gohan was training, but before that, in the regular episodes, he promised, "Oh yeah, I'm never going to be scared again," you know, stuff like that. "I'm never going to be scared." You know,
was
I promise.
4 years old.
Once you get to the filler episodes, he's back to a scared little kid. You know, everything like that.
He was 4 years old.
And actually, Cartoon Network was the cause of one of these dub script changes for Vegeta. When, you know, Vegeta was lying on the ground and because Frieza shot him, he's like, oh, Frieza forced me to be evil. It's like, what?
I got nothing on this one. They actually did the same thing on Dragon Ball Z Kai. I'm sorry, but they did. They did actually do the same exact thing. He still said basically the same thing in a way, even though he didn't. He did say the same thing. He said how he was attacked by his father, or his father was killed, and he was forced to be. He was forced to serve under Frieza. Under Frieza. That's what he said in Dragon Ball Z Kai, instead of saying that he was forced to be evil. Okay, that was basically the same thing, really, if you think about it for a second there. Okay, so,
It's because Cartoon Network was like, yeah, come on, guys. You know, we have to make this character more relatable. We have to make him, you know, like, you know, more pleasable to the fans,
really.
because this is just such a
Nicktoons Network did the same
you
thing,
know,
Future Gohan.
character. But seriously, that doesn't even make enough sense all on its own. He forced Frieza, forced Vegeta to be evil, because if he...
Not many things in anime make sense. You just need to go with it. Okay, for example, like I said earlier, the last 2 Bleach episodes haven't made fucking sense to me at all. But do I still hate Bleach? Do I hate Bleach for those 2 episodes? No. I'm still gonna watch Bleach. Okay, so that's just no terrible.
Didn't. He was going to kill his father that died at the hands of Frieza already.
He was dead.
Yet that dub is supposedly superior because.
What? Wait, well, wait.
Not to mention,
I don't understand this now. Now I'm lost again. You said that he was already dead. No, he killed him. Frieza killed Vegeta's dad. He killed him. Vegeta already had known. He knew. He knew in Dragon Ball Z Kai. And he served him. He continued to serve him. Because he knew Vegeta knew Frieza was stronger than him. Okay? So, yeah. Okay.
I can't believe all of you people who are like, oh man, the old 50-year-old lady on life support sounds so much better as the ruler of the universe than a manly sounding, freaking, I'm calm right now, but piss me off and I'm going to kill you type person. I mean, seriously. Not to mention all the terrible lines they gave Frieza too. Like when he stabbed Krillin, he's like, "Yeehaw, ride 'em, cowboy."
Okay.
I'm like, what?
First of all, that was what Frieza was supposed to be. He was a freaking comedian. He called Goku a monkey. What the frig, dude? He was cocky because he was arrogant. He was a ruler. He could do whatever the fuck he wanted. Okay? That's why they gave him funny shit to say. Because, he's like... He was playing with Goku for the most part until he turned into a Super Saiyan. He was playing with him. He put him in that ball thing. Or whatever that... I forget what that move was called. But he put him in a ball and started freaking playing with him. He freaking... was like, you know what, I'm so confident that I'm not going to use, I'm going to have, like, one hand behind my back or something, or he didn't use that, I don't even remember, but he was so confident that he wouldn't use, like, one or two of his hands or something, okay? Frieza was cocky. That's what they made his character look like. He was cocky, because he was a ruler.
God, they seriously... They ruined a lot of the characters in the original Dragon Ball. Like, I swear to God, all of the people who are bashing Kai, I can guarantee you they've never read the original manga a day in their life. They have...
okay, alright. I'm a hardcore fan of Dragon Ball Z, and I have read the original manga. Yes, I did. I have, like, all the Shonen Jump magazines, like, in my closet, okay, and other mangas as well. Okay, and, yeah, I definitely read it.
They've never been introduced to the original characters the way they were originally supposed to be portrayed. They just were like, hey, I grew up with the English dub, so that automatically makes it better than the new one.
No, we never...
No, you guys are being...
We never said that. We never said... Or at least I never said that. Okay, I grew up with it, but that doesn't mean I didn't read the manga. Okay, I did know. For example, you're claiming how everything was changed. What do they do in Hollywood movies? Okay, in movies, everything is changed. They change anything that was made from a book. What the fuck? What can I use as an example? They, freaking, I can't even think of anything, but they have changed stories. For example, that stupid movie about Dragon Ball Evolution. That was all fucked up. They didn't even put Krillin in the fucking story, for fuck's sakes. That just shows you how bad they were. I mean, it was a fail, but, they fucking, changed it. They changed everything. The same thing they did with the series. They change stuff, people are only humans. They can't fucking put everything in there, dude.
And by you guys, I'm not talking about my fans. I'm talking about the people I'm addressing to because of this video. you guys are being extreme nostalgia tards. Like, I'm not even joking. And I've dealt with so many people who are like, oh, I don't care if Kai is better, but just because Dragon Ball Z was the original, and because I grew up watching it, it automatically makes it better. That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
For God's sakes.
I don't know who you've dealt with. I don't know if you're talking to trollers or who you're talking to, but now if that's what they're saying, then they're wrong. But somewhat they are right. But if they're just saying that and not presenting any arguments like I am doing, then they are wrong, because they're just being trolls. Okay, that's a troll. Okay, but what I'm doing is I'm getting my point across to why it is better. I am presenting you arguments why it's better. Okay, and I know this video is really long and I apologize for it, but
how many times do me and the rest of Funimation have to say this? Dragon Ball Z Kai
Funimation's the one who dubs
Dragon Ball Z was supposed to be. Every problem.
If that is true, then why did Funimation dub it the way they did? Okay, why? Okay, if that is true, then why did Funimation dub it the way they did? I mean, if they truly didn't want to dub it that way, you know, and dub it the way they are dubbing it now, then why not do it right from the beginning? You know, they don't tell me they didn't have the power. I mean, they own the rights. They could have done whatever the fuck they wanted. I mean, no, I don't believe that for
that
one
was
second.
In that dub was fixed.
Wasn't fixed.
Not to mention, they lied about Gohan's age in the cell socket. Said he was like 12.
Alright, okay, now this is the one thing that he was right about. Okay, now, yes. They lied about his age. Yes, they did. They did lie about his age. Okay, that you're right about. They did lie about his age. Now, I have said before, and I'll say it again, the reason why they did this was because they wanted him to be more of a teen, because in the video games they had him as Teen Gohan, and then the guy who was the Gohan that was like 4 years old, they had him as Kid Gohan. So, and then they had Adult Gohan as Normal Gohan. So like, they had to call him something, so they called him Teen Gohan, but they realized he wasn't really close to being a teen yet, so they made him 12 years old. Now, why they did this, I don't know why they did this, but they did it, and they were wrong. They were, and I admitted the mistake because, you know, I did read the original manga, and they did say that in the original manga that he was 10 or 9 or something like that, and not 12, but in the English dub, I mean, it was a botch, okay? It was a botch. What can I say? It was a botch, as we call in WWE terms. Botch, okay? They fucked it up, okay? Yes. Okay, that's one thing, but that's one thing that you have claimed so far is better, okay? They botched the name, okay?
When he was actually 9 or 10.
For the age.
I mean, seriously, it's incredible just how much they screwed up in the old dub, yet everyone's like, hey, I'm going to support the old dub.
I'm going to support it because that's what I watched, okay? I watched this stuff. I grew up with that stuff.
You know, everyone's like, but this, I've gone way off track, but what I was really mainly making this video for was for all of the people who are like, Dragon Ball Z Kai is it's only for the newcomers. It's you know, all you newcomers out there, after you finish, you know, buying Kai and watching Kai, go out and buy the Dragon boxes and watch the original Funimation dub.
It was for the newcomers.
Okay, if you want to watch the original, that's fine. You can watch it for the Japanese dub. And I'm not saying
I don't want to watch it for the Japanese dub.
Funimation
okay.
dub.
Okay, Future Gohan, I don't want to watch Japanese dub. I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch damn subtitles. Okay, I don't want to watch that shit. Okay, I want to watch the real shit. I want to watch the shit that we have. Okay, no one's gonna want to watch the Japanese stuff unless they can speak Japanese. Okay, maybe you want to watch that. I don't. Sorry, buddy, but no, I don't want to watch Japanese.
You know, you grew up with it, you know, you watched it a lot of times, that's fine. But the complete and total fact that you're completely shouting out that Kai sucks and that the original is better.
First of all, I never said it sucked. I just said Dragon Ball Z is better than Dragon Ball Z Kai. I didn't say Dragon Ball Kai sucked. I didn't say Dragon Ball Z Kai sucked. I never said it sucked. Okay, it's good. It's an okay series. But it's not that good. It's not that good. Okay? Okay, Dragon Ball, it will never be better than the original Dragon Ball Z. Because, for one thing, they don't even have the fucking Martian Buu saga in there. Because, according to Nicktoons Network, it's the last season is the Cell Saga. Or correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm not sure, because I got 1 week free of getting to see the Nicktoons Network channel, but that was about like 4 weeks ago. It was like a 1 week special for DirecTV, and I got to see some of the new episodes. They were like on the Android 18 saga. They were just about to the Android saga. They were just about Cell was just about to confront, or Piccolo was just about to confront Cell for the first time. At Golden City, I think it was, or I forget what the fuck it was called. They said that this is the final series. Like, are you fucking serious? That's the final series? They're not gonna have the Martian Buu saga? That just tells you a lot about the series itself. They're not gonna include all the series from the original Dragon Ball Z. Now, don't even tell me that Martian Buu saga was not in the original dubbing, because that's a lie right there. Okay, that was definitely in the original Japanese dubbing. Okay, yeah.
That is no longer an opinion. I don't care. It's your opinion to like the original Dragon Ball Z. I'm not saying you cannot like the original Dragon Ball Z. I'm just saying you cannot say that the original Dragon Ball Z is somehow, in any way, shape, or form, better than Kai, because...
Yes, we can. We just did. We just did, and we're always going to say it. Okay, whether you like it or not. Okay, I'm not going to come here and say that, you know, that Dragon Ball Z Kai sucks, but I'm not going to say it's better. You're not going to hear me say it's better. You will never hear me say it's better. And personally, the theme music sucks. Now, that was just me saying the theme music. The theme song music for Dragon Ball Z Kai fucking sucks, okay? That music is fucking terrible, okay? Rock on the Dragon was way fucking better, okay? That always fucking pumped me fucking up. Rock on the Dragon. I still like that song, okay? That was fucking great theme song, okay? That was a fucking theme song, okay? But yeah.
It's not, just isn't. It just really isn't.
And to say that this is not an opinion, this is not debate for opinion, you can't really say that, because you have yet to present a exact fact. But with the exception of the Gohan age thing, you have yet to point out a legit point about why Dragon Ball Z Kai is better than Dragon Ball Z. All your arguments are contradiction. You are contradicting yourself in all of it. You know, you've said things that, you know, Funimation could not control. You know, there was no Blu-ray when original Dragon Ball Z was released. You know, you've said how new it was for the new fans. What can I say? It was for the new fans. I mean, none of the people that, you know, were alive when the original Dragon Ball Z was around, know what it was like. So that's really what it was for. You know, so you have yet to present a legit argument. With the exception of the Gohan age thing, there's nothing you have said so far that has been irrelevant, that has actually made sense. Okay?
And this video was actually a lot longer than I was hoping it to be, but yeah.
Mine's gone over
I can't
30
wait
minutes.
for part 5 and 6, the Walmart exclusive, to come out on September
now this is
13th.
just like shit.
Along with part 6 Blu-ray I'm going to purchase because Ball Z Kai on boxes, season set just for Kai. It's going to be on DVD and Blu-ray, so for the show. So yeah, this is it, guys. So I'm gonna catch you guys.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Alright. So that was the video. I'm sorry this video gone on way too long. Over 30 minutes. Thank you, YouTube, for allowing me to fucking have this video this long. But I mean Gohan, Future Gohan, no disrespect. You're a good guy, a good friend here on YouTube, talk to now and then about other stuff, you know. But this whole thing between you know, thinking the original Dragon Ball Z is not as good as the Dragon Ball Z Kai series it's just got to stop, dude. You're not right at all about this, okay? You're never gonna win this argument. None of us are gonna ever give into it, irregardless. There's no point of even actually arguing about it anymore. But if you do make a video response to this video, please do it in a perspective manner, because if you notice, I really haven't bashed you at all. I haven't said anything offensive to you. I just simply countered all your points in a perspective manner. Also, one more thing that, I mean, I forgot to mention this, but Dragon Ball Z Kai, they say the fucking words wrong. They called the Spirit Bomb the Spirit Blast, and they called the KO Ken the KO Kai. I'm just saying. I mean, what the fuck? Really? Does that really sound right? I mean, what the fuck? That's all I gotta say. And again, it's gone on way too long, so I'm just gonna end it right here. Dragon Ball Z is better than Dragon Ball Z Kai. End of story. There's no getting around it. And that's about it. I am Gohan6425, and I'm out of here. Peace.